Welcome all of you dear students. This is the simplest and easiest way of teaching learning process in our most popular and favorite YouTube channel Physics Make It Simple by Dr. Rajendra from Padma Shri Vikhe Patil Junior College, Pravara Nagar, Loni. We are discussing the chapter Oscillation as long as 12th science is concerned, and this is the lecture number 3. In this lecture, we want to discuss what are the maximum and minimum values of displacement, velocity and acceleration when particle performing simple harmonic motion. In lecture number 2, we have derived 3 equations of 3 physical quantities, that is acceleration, velocity and displacement, and also we have learned 2 cases of displacement when the particle starts from mean position and when the particle starts from extreme position. Okay. Now we have to learn here what is the maximum and minimum values of displacement, velocity and acceleration. Listen carefully. I will write on the board at first maximum and minimum values of displacement. Let us concentrate. Maximum and minimum values of displacement. Maximum and minimum values of displacement denoted by x in SHM. Okay, so we know the equation of displacement in SHM, x is equal to capital A sine of omega t plus phi. This is our general equation of displacement. Then now listen carefully dear students. Omega t plus phi is called as phase in SHM. I will repeat again. Omega t plus phi is called as phase in SHM. It is also called as phase angle, in which phi is called as initial phase angle. Okay. When the particle starts from mean position, at that time phi is equal to 0 or 180 degree or pi radian. Phi is equal to 0 degree or pi radian when particle starts from mean position. But here, to calculate the maximum and minimum value, we will have to assume when the particle is at mean position. These are the 2 different sentences dear student, mind well, don't confuse. Particle starts from mean position and particle is at mean position. These are the 2 different sentences, have different meaning. So here we have to consider particle is at mean position. I will write here. When particle is at mean position. When particle is at mean position, then what? Then omega t plus phi. This is a phase in SHM, which is equal to 0 degree or pi radian. 0 degree or pi radian. When particle starts from mean position, at that time initial phase angle phi is equal to 0 degree or pi radian. But when particle is at mean position. This is the main difference between particle starts from mean position and particle is at mean position. Here we have to consider particle is at mean position. I will repeat many times because it is most important, dear students. While calculating the maximum and minimum values, we have to assume particle is at mean position, particle is at extreme position. And in the last lecture, we have seen two cases when the particle starts from mean position. At that time, only initial phase angle phi is equal to 0 degree or pi radian. But when the particle is at mean position, at that time, complete phase omega t plus phi, this complete phase angle is equal to 0 degree or pi radian. This is most important difference, dear student. You should keep in mind while calculating the maximum and minimum values. So here, by putting omega t plus phi is equal to 0 here, you will get what? You will get what? X is equal to capital A sine. Put omega t plus phi is equal to 0 degree. The value will get is 0. And then put x is equal to A sine. What is omega t plus phi? Put sine pi. Sine pi is again 0. The value is 0. That means x is equal to 0. This is the minimum value of displacement when particle is at mean position. Particle is at mean position. Particle is at mean position. Take a screenshot. Particle is at mean position and particle starts from mean position. These are the two different sentences, have different meanings. I have repeated many times, dear student. Listen it carefully and remember it carefully. So this is what? Particle is at mean position, displacement is equal to 0. Okay. Then the next one. Particle is at extreme position. Particle is at extreme position. Particle is at extreme position. At that time, omega t plus phi is either pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. This is angle. Then put here x is equal to capital A sine of, put pi by 2, and sine of pi by 2 is equal to 1. So we get what? X is equal to capital A. Then x is equal to capital A sine of, put instead of pi by 2, put 3 pi by 2, sine of 3 pi by 2, and sine of 3 pi by 2 is equal to minus 1. So we get minus A. So displacement is either plus or minus A. This is the maximum amplitude we get. This is the maximum value when particle is at extreme position. Okay. Take a screenshot. And in short, we will write here. See here. We will write here. At mean, x is equal to 0. At extreme, x is equal to plus or minus A. This is all about displacement. Then now we have to consider what is the value of velocity. Okay. What is the value of velocity? What is the value of velocity? Number 2, title number 2, maximum and minimum values of what? Velocity. Maximum and minimum value of velocity now in SHM. Maximum and minimum value of velocity in SHM. So write down the formula of velocity. So what is the formula of velocity? Formula of velocity is V is equal to, general formula we know, V is equal to plus or minus omega square root of a square minus x square. Okay. Then at mean position we know, at mean position we know x is equal to 0. At mean position we know x is equal to 0. Then put 0 here, we get what? V is equal to plus or minus omega square root of a square minus 0 square. Then you will get what? V is equal to plus or minus omega a. This is the value of velocity. This is the value of velocity at mean position. I will write here. At mean, V is equal to plus or minus omega a. At mean, V is equal to plus or minus omega a. Okay. Then now, at extreme position we know, at extreme position we know x is equal to plus or minus a. Put here. So V is equal to plus or minus omega square root of a square minus, what is x square? X square is a square. So you will get what? V is equal to plus or minus omega square root of 0, and so that the value is equal to 0. Value is equal to 0. So velocity at extreme position is equal to 0. So I will write here, at extreme V is equal to 0. So this is all about velocity. This is all about velocity. Then now take a screenshot. And then now we have to learn maximum and minimum values of what? Maximum and minimum values of acceleration. Maximum and minimum values of acceleration. So write down the formula of acceleration. What is the formula of acceleration? d2x by dt square is equal to minus omega square x. Okay. At mean position, what is the value of x? X is equal to 0. Put here. So we get what? d2x by dt square is equal to minus omega square into 0 is equal to 0. Then at extreme position what? X is equal to plus or minus a. At extreme position x is equal to plus or minus a. So acceleration we will get is d2x by dt square is equal to minus omega square. Put x is equal to plus or minus a. So you will get what here? d2x by dt square is equal to plus or minus omega square a. This is the value of extreme position. I will write here. At mean d2x upon dt square is equal to 0, and at extreme d2x by dt square is equal to plus or minus omega square a. So from this we prepare a table, and by making use of table we will easily remember what is the maximum and minimum values of displacement, velocity and acceleration, and in which position it is maximum, in which position it is minimum. That we can easily able to see by making use of table. So we will prepare a table, dear students. But before that, remember well, I will repeat two sentences again. When the particle starts from mean position, then initial phase angle phi is equal to 0 or pi radian. But when the particle is at mean position, at that time complete angle omega t plus phi is equal to 0 or pi radian. This is most important thing as long as your MCQs are concerned. When particle starts from extreme position, then only initial phase angle phi is equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. But instead of saying like this, I will say when the particle is at extreme position, then complete phase angle omega t plus phi is equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. While deriving the values of maximum and minimum, we have to assume particle is at mean position or extreme position, dear students. Remember well this. And then now we will prepare a table. So what is the table? So table is like this. We will prepare a table. We will prepare a table like this. Suppose the table is like this. We will prepare a table. This is the physical quantity. This is the physical quantity. Physical quantity. And here the particle is at. The particle is at. The particle is at. The particle is at mean position or extreme position like this. This is mean position. This is extreme position like this. These are the three rows, 1, 2 and 3 like this. We can write here what? Displacement. Displacement x, here velocity v, here what? Acceleration d2x by dt square, or simply we can say that a. Then what is the minimum and maximum value? Displacement x at mean position. See here, displacement at mean position x is equal to 0. Displacement at extreme position x is equal to plus or minus a. See here, velocity at mean position plus or minus omega a. Velocity at extreme position is 0. Acceleration at mean position is 0. Acceleration at extreme position, which is equal to plus or minus omega square a. Then now which is maximum and which is minimum, then we will write here. This is the minimum value. This is a minimum value. Minimum value. This is what? This is maximum value. This is maximum value. This is what? This is maximum. This is minimum. This is what? This is minimum. Minimum. This is what? This is maximum. This is maximum. So in which position the values of which physical quantity is maximum and minimum? From this table we are able to prepare lot of MCQs regarding displacement, velocity and acceleration. For example, dear students, I will write, when the particle is at mean position, then the maximum, when the particle is at mean position, the value of velocity is, and you have given an alternative, plus or minus omega a, 0, plus or minus a, plus or minus omega square a or plus or minus omega a square, the correct answer is plus or minus omega a. So, from this table, which is maximum, at which position, for which physical quantity, that all things we will observe simultaneously at a single time by making use of this table, dear students. So, this table is very much important for your different types of MCQs regarding displacement, velocity and acceleration. Okay. After learning this, we will proceed further in the next lecture. Till we stop here. Goodbye.